Welcome everyone to ACEN the 13. My name is Frank Sanchez.
You rock!
Thank you. Wow, I only had to say like 2 words and someone had to give me a compliment. I'm good with that. It's good. It's good. And I'm your Master of Ceremonies for ACEN. Now, some of you may not know me, but I've actually worked for ACEN for 9 or so years. But actually I haven't been back on this stage since 2006 or so.
Yeah!
So this is the first time I'm back on this stage in 2010, and I couldn't be happier to be up here doing opening ceremonies for you all. Now, in ACEN, you know, since 2006, a couple things have changed, you know, from 2006 to 2010, so I thought I'd kind of give out a couple of factoids. In 2006, ACEN had about roughly 20 or so guests or so. And in 2010, it looks like we're going to be doubling that number, kind of close to 40. So that's amazing. We're going to meet our guests in a little bit. In 2006, there was a lot of anime series licensed and a lot of series that were going to be coming stateside. One of them that was announced, I believe, was this little series called The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And you know what? From the recognition on there, you can tell that in 2010, if you're not familiar with that Haruhi dance, you've been living under a rock. By the way, I can't do it. So don't even ask.
Thanks for calling it a boulder.
In 2006, ACEN had its first year where it cracked 10,000 paid attendees. 10,000. It was really great. But in 2010, we're going to see just how close we get to 20,000. How about that? You know, I used to run registration. I'm sure they're wanting to kill me right now. You know it. And in 2006, you kind of had to wait the weekend to pass before you got any cool pics or cool images from the convention. But in 2010,
I'm blinded.
let me see. Ooh, not so good. Not so good at this mic.
3, 2. Somebody's bagged up.
This is going straight to TwitPic right now. Right now. Hanging out with cool peeps. You can follow me at Phoenix Red. Okay, so that's what's changed, right? So let's talk about what hasn't changed. One thing that hasn't changed is the staff. The staff that works at this convention, and I know from personal experience, is the most dedicated that I've ever had to work with. And there are many ways I know this, but one is through something that I like to call staff quotes. For a couple of years, I compiled like out-of-context staff quotes, things that people said. This piece of paper is right from 2006, actually. It's definitely an older piece of paper, and you gotta love Macintoshes. They just go to screensaver whenever they can. You know? In 2006, somebody basically said that was the most fun experience ever because you felt like you could have died at any time. You know, in 2010, that hasn't really changed too much. Because I heard somebody say, just yesterday, by the way, there's plenty of time to sleep when you're dead.
Booyah!
So aside from having a really disturbing kind of slate of masochism, all right, the staff works extremely hard at this event, and they deserve at least a hug, if not your appreciation. So give it up right now. So the guests are another thing that hasn't changed. They're as hardworking as ever. Our guests who you're going to meet in a little bit, they've come from all across the country and in some cases across the ocean to be here for you fans. All of them in some way contribute to anime, manga, and Japanese culture, and many of them toil endlessly to provide you with the shows and the books you love to take in. Some while at this very show, actually. So I hope that you take the time and show them your appreciation. You'll be able to show them appreciation when they come up on stage. We'll give it up right now for our guests of honor. But don't worry, I saved the best for last. Last but not least, you attendees are just as supportive, as creative, and as passionate, and as diverse as I remember. That hasn't changed. You know what? I think I'm going to prove it. Who's a cosplayer? Uh-oh. Hi. What's your name?
Danny.
And you're cosplaying as?
Deedlit.
You know what? You're part of ACEN. Who's a panelist? Who's running a panel? Oh, come back there. Oh, look. There's some old friends. Come back here for a little bit. Your name, sir?
I'm ACEN Guy Brown.
You're famous. You got a panel when?
Tomorrow night at midnight.
You better be there. What's the panel called?
The ACEN Guys tastefully discuss animated erotica.
You know what? You're ACEN too.
Yay!
How about an artist? We had somebody that's an artist, or are they all busy in Artist Alley right now? Anybody? Artist? Where back? Where?
Right there.
Oh man, I gotta go all the way back here? You're making me work. What's your name?
Jason Day.